Stanley motherfucking Johnson. Stanley Johnson. Stanley Johnson. Stanley Johnson. Stanley motherfucking Johnson. This same guy y'all want to trade so bad, right? Y'all want him gone? Go ahead and trade him. Go ahead and trade him. Go ahead and trade him. I don't care what y'all say. Go ahead and trade him. Y'all want him gone so bad, right? This is the guy y'all want. He this and that. Can't stand him. He a bum. Throw him away. Throw Stanley Johnson away. Right? That's what y'all want, right? Stanley Johnson this, Stanley Johnson, that's all here. Trade Stanley this, trade Stanley that. This motherfucker just went out here and was getting into the grill of one of the best fucking players in the league by the name of Kawhi Leonard. Let me say that again. He went and was grilling in on one of the best players in the league, one of the most dangerous defenders in his own right, Kawhi Leonard. This is an issue out to the fans, and especially Stan Van Gundy. First with Stan Van Gundy. You see what happens when you put a player, you can give him, when you try with a young player to put him in the right position, instead of just, stressing them out over rookie stuff that they go make. You see, this is what happens when you actually show development. Yes, this is an early game in the early part of the year. There's plenty more games for him to have to prove this later on in the All-Star season. But this is a guy that everybody gives up on at his first 2 games. They want him gone every year. To see him go out there and play like this early in the season, this quickly, this soon. You see what I mean? All this Devin Booker stuff back. Now, this is what I'm getting to you fans. All this stuff about we could have had Booker, we could have had Booker this. Yes, I know Booker is a beautiful scorer the way he plays. Offensively, for him to be just as young like Stanley Johnson is, coming out the same year, they're both real young, real fucking young. But let me tell you the difference. You don't draft in the NBA based off the NFL. You draft the level of what you need. You need a defensive player like Stanley Johnson. When your team is not that stacked, trying to build a culture, you get a guy like Stanley Johnson who can offer offense. But you get a guy like him to help set a defensive tone. You see all the time, Stanley makes layups based off steals, getting points off his defense. This is the guy I want. If in another world, I would love to have Devin Booker. And if Stanley came out the next year or so, then we have both of them. But you know what? We got our guy. Quit throwing him away. He young. Every player go develop that way. Can't hold him to his development towards another player. Let the player develop when it's time to develop him. Let him get out his own woos, man. The best thing that could have happened for him was to put him on the bench. Dwayne Casey. He has taken over. He is coming out shooting freely. He's free. That's why. Who you have on the bench, that's why he's able to play that way. Who do you have on the bench that he has to really step his game up and have to put himself through so much stress? Nobody. You got Ish Smith, who's improved his game. You ain't getting much from Zaza, John Lure and them. You got maybe Langston Galloway or somebody like that, and maybe Henry Ellison. I mean, not Henry Ellison, but Luke Kennard once he comes back healthy. You ain't got too much off the bench. So he is your legitimate 6th man off the bench, which is why he's able to play like that 6th man, that lead defender. He's your best defender on the team, and he was challenging his 04 Pistons. He was challenging his Tayshaun Prince today. I don't care what you say. He was challenging his Tayshaun. He was challenging his Chauncey, his Rashid. He was challenging fucking Ben Wallace today. That man went out there and did it. He's the reason why Reggie Bullock hit that game-winning shot. And shout out to Reggie Bullock for stepping up when it mattered the most. Not much points probably from him tonight, but he stepped up when it mattered the most for the big game winner. That's what I'm talking about, man. Reggie Bullock. That's what I need from Reggie Bullock. He don't always got to hit all the threes and all the 2-pointers. Reggie just hit the ones that matter the most. That's what I needed today. What a dog fight the Pistons had today, man. It started off rocky. They came with us with defense too today, man. This is a real gutsy game. Last 2 seconds, I thought it was overtime for sure. Stanley was not having it. Stripping him off his damn foot and giving us the ball the last 2 seconds of the game. That's what I'm talking about, man. For all those who I'm right here with. I wasn't giving up on you yet, man. I was with you for the whole time. Never gave up on you. Never. Was never gonna do it. Cause I knew you had it in you, man. I knew if you stood true to your craft, you would show people why you was drafted over Devin Booker. And I'm glad this young man was drafted over Devin Booker, man. I'm glad to have somebody like Stanley, man. He is a dog, man. You free him and let him be. How can you not like this guy? How can you not like this guy, man? How the fuck can you not like him, man? They all screaming trade him for pitch. Trade for what? For what? So another team can flourish and he can do the same thing to us like Dinwiddie doing now? This is a dog you got here, man. This is somebody who wants to play for your team and you don't want him. I hope this is a lesson to Pistons fans. This is not a measuring stick game for me. They got a lot to improve on. Blake had a 30-point game, but to me it was pedestrian. Uh, Dre had a real pedestrian game today. He was there on the rebounds though. Definitely, he was there on the rebounds. He had like maybe around 15 or so, maybe 12, 15. Um, Reggie had a few points. It was not too much scoring going on. Like I said, Reggie Bullock might have only had maybe, if he did with that game winner, he might have had 8 points, 10 points maybe, depending on what happened. I couldn't quite see the whole game. It was a quiet game for him, but until he hit that game winner, uh, or whatever it was, that he got the last couple points for us to win. I don't know how he did, but yeah, it was definitely a real stroking game. But Stanley Johnson, we was down practically 20 points at one point, and we came back, man. And I believe this was fueled because of Stanley Johnson. Stanley fucking Johnson, man. People stepping up. This is what I want to see now. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, we still need players off the bench, like power forwards and stuff. But this is, I don't care, ugly game or not. I'm taking this one. I'm riding with it. Salute to Stanley Johnson. Salute to Reggie Bullock. Salute to Blake Griffin for keeping his mind tough in there. Salute to the Detroit Pistons and Dwayne Casey for getting his first win against his old team. Shout out to y'all. This is the boy Noam. Leave in the comment section how you feel about the game. Hit with me, man. Kick it with me. I hope we all learned a good, solid lesson on not giving up on young players, and hopefully we see more of this from Stanley through the season. I'm not done with him. I don't want him traded. This is the guy that we go get from time to time. I'll take it. Peace, everybody.